What's up? It's Lip Service. I'm Angela Yee.
What's going on, everybody? My name's Buda.
Oh, I'm Jason Lee.
Muni Long. How y'all doing?
All right, so this is Muni Long's first time. Buda was a guest on here before with the Dominatrix.
Yes.
Ooh.
He got spanked.
Ooh.
On the show?
Yeah, always, man. Yep.
Like flogged, kind of.
Did you enjoy it or was
It was fun. It was cool.
It's different.
It was entertaining.
Yeah.
wouldn't try it again though?
I don't know. I don't think so.
We called him in here spontaneously.
Yeah,
And then
caught me off guard.
and Jason Lee is here back again. It's been a minute.
Yeah, I had fun. Last time I was here with My Name is T.
And that was your people. Y'all was in the same building and everything.
Yeah, we don't live in the same building anymore. I actually ran to her the other day in my studio building.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, since we just talked about you getting flogged, do y'all ever do any of that? Like, have you ever been lightly spanked or anything? I know Muni Long has.
Not with toys.
Okay, with a hand.
I like that. It's nice.
Like
Every
you
now and
like
then.
it hard or you like it soft?
Well, I don't know if I should. Do I have permission to go? My husband is here.
We assume it's him doing it.
Yeah. No, so it depends. But definitely, like, if you're going to hit me, do it.
Okay. Because sometimes somebody hits you too hard and you be like, okay,
That's part of it. It's a surprise. You don't know what's coming. You're like, ooh.
Yeah, I'm not into doing shit that I was traumatized with as a kid. I was abused.
spanking.
So like you spanked me now and you didn't trigger something. I actually ironically have a friend who he's black, but he fucked a white dude and the white dude asked him to put on a bandana because he wanted him to be like a gangster. I gotta feel like role playing shit and all that weird stuff. Like just let's just
I've
fucking
never
get on.
done that. I've never
I'm
done
not
a role
into-
play.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. Buddha's being real quiet, so I already know.
No, I'm sipping my drink. I'm listening. I'm
I mean, some people aren't adventurous. Some people just like to bop bop and it's over.
No, because Muni Long, you're a very sexual person. You always admittedly say that, and we listen to your music. I feel like you be down for whatever.
If I feel comfortable, which I've been married for 8 years, so it's like, it's a lot of trust there. I'll try some things, yeah.
What about have you been like tied up?
I don't particularly like not having control of what's going
That's
on.
why it's good.
But I would try it, yes. I feel like we might have done that before. I don't know.
You know.
I don't remember. We done did it's like
Because that's the perfect
8
time to
years.
tie somebody up. Somebody who is like a control freak and likes to be in control. And so it might actually really turn you on to not have control.
I don't know, man.
Be in a
I might have to
vulnerable state.
revisit that.
Yeah, my community, Jeffrey Dahmer fucked that up.
Jason, you gotta
No,
be...
I mean, like, you have to think about these things for real. Like, once you lose control, you're like very vulnerable. So it
But
takes.
she's married. If you're with somebody you love,
Lorena Bobbitt cut her husband's dick off.
I feel like it's
Okay.
okay, but set and setting are important.
that was a reason for her to...
Have you not seen the show Snap? Ain't there a show called
yeah,
Snap?
but okay.
I'm not fucking
they
doing
have
nothing where when you
places.
snap, I can't get up out of there.
No, they have places you can go. It's like padded rooms. They got all the stuff for you. So your mindset is like, we're going here to do something freaky. You have a safe word.
Yeah.
But I also
No.
feel like you could get tied up like lightly so that you could get out of it if you needed to. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't want to be tied up where I couldn't get
So
out.
handcuffs is out.
No, I don't want to be handcuffed, but I think you could tie it like with some type of material.
Yeah,
where
like
if you
silk
needed to get out,
ties.
yeah,
Like
you
Velcro.
could get out. How about that?
Ribbon.
No, I just I need to be in full control of being able to get away.
Jason,
So you're the tire.
No, I'm not tight. No, because I'm
you have too many rules already.
I'm just traumatized by the, we live in a weird space right now, Oh, Jason Lee. Can you imagine on the internet, Jason Lee brought me over to his house. He
That's
tied
NDA.
me up.
You ain't learned nothing
he
from
tied me.
Beyonce.
I've heard worse, Jason, about you.
NDAs, baby.
That's nothing.
But I've heard worse too, and the shit I've heard I didn't even do. So imagine if I tie you
But
up.
that's not bad.
No, I'm not tying you up.
But that's the other thing. You can't do that with like randos.
No. Well, now that I have money, I actually have a consent to fuck form. So if you can't even fill that out, we can't even talk. So we got
Yeah.
to get through that, the NDA, and then we can start playing around. But it's a process. Yeah, protect
have a
yourself.
consent to fuck
Absolutely.
form?
We
You
live in a
people
space
are
now where
weird.
like the cloud chase is really real, and the when Me Too movement started, I really thought there should have been a Men Too movement because on both sides of the spectrum, like some shit is real and some shit just ain't. And then as like you start
point.
getting a little clout or a little money, people are fucking weird. I've had some weird ass shit.
Muni Long is so happy she's married.
Right.
I really am. And I'll tell you what it's done for my confidence is amazing. I really do not care what anybody thinks about my appearance, trying to impress anybody. I dress for myself, do my hair, my makeup for myself. Like, I don't care about anyone else. I feel very protected. He's a big scary looking man.
Yeah, he's very tall.
Yeah, nobody mess with him.
I came out because when we interviewed you on the Breakfast Club, I had asked some questions about him. I was like, ooh, I didn't realize he was sitting right there.
Yeah, he has a very intimidating presence, you know.
But he was nice. He
love
smiled.
that.
How you doing?
He's a nice guy. The only problem is, like, you know, the girls sometimes will push it.
Because everybody want to be like, I fucked Muni Long's husband.
I told him that. I'm like, don't think, I mean, you cute, but like, don't think that they want you just because they want you.
Right.
A lot of times girls just want to take you from your girl. They want to be able to say they did that.
Well, he's too smart for that.
Had a one up.
Yeah.
Well, can I ask a question? Because I'm actually in the process of thinking about marriage. Not that I want to get married, but I'm thinking about, like, could I get married? Because I'm getting kind of to the age where I better get it in now so that way I'm divorced early. But let me ask you,
Yo.
when you're married, so like you guys have been married for 8 years. And have you ever talked about like playing inside the marriage, like allowing other people in?
Yeah, but he's not into it.
Anymore. Like earlier when you met him, he had 2 girlfriends.
Yeah.
But now he's like, that's too
Well, I
much.
don't know if they were girlfriends.
Oh, whatever.
2 girls.
Yeah, 2 girls.
That were
that
friends.
were friends that were willing to be with him. But yeah, he had a lot of girls.
I hate when you date a guy in the first
Look how you said it there. Look at
he like, stop telling the story, damn it.
yeah, no.
When a guy asks you, like, he'll be like, oh, do you like other women? Because that's their way of trying to test it out. Like, would you do this? I'm always like, nope.
That's the threesome door opener.
Buddha, you've had a threesome?
I've had.
You've had 5, you said?
No, I said I had.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Some people don't like it. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, at the time when I was young, so it was cool at
How
the time.
did it happen?
Being
shows
young
a
in high
highlight
school,
mess.
being dumb.
In high
Okay,
school?
but is that
Senior
Sheesh.
maybe? I don't
senior
know.
trip.
What?
I feel like two girls and a guy is a threesome. 2 guys and a girl is a train.
Don't know. 3 is 3. That's how I feel like.
Yeah, we have to stop slut shaming people.
It's not. I don't think that's a slut
But if
shame.
you say a train got ran on a girl, that sounds negative.
Some girls like it. Apparently, some girls.
Some girls like it, but I feel like the connotation when a girl has it is negative versus when a guy has it. It's just a threesome.
Yeah, 3 people. Look, because like, can't 3 women be a threesome and 3 men be a threesome? What's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, because 2
That's
women
true.
can slut a man out.
I just think 3
That's
means
true.
3.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
agree.
Yeah. Have you ever been slutted out, Jason?
You know, I've never been slutted around. I'm not the throw around. Like, you can't just throw me around. You know, I'm not into that. But I've definitely had. I've engaged in group activities. You know, when I talk about marriage, I've met somebody recently that I was like, okay, I could actually like be something with this person. But one of the first few questions I asked is, at some point, would you be open to a third person, like being involved? Because you got to know. But here's
Or
why people got to
swingers
be
couples.
open to that question.
Maybe.
You will end up fucking dating somebody who's already thinking about a third person, already has a third person. So at least get out the way and understand, like, what am I going to get myself into? You want a man to say no, he gonna tell you no to get you, but then he gonna go get that third person anyway. So
I think
asked
it's
the person.
unrealistic to think that as 2 attractive people that you're not going to see other attractive people.
Right.
That doesn't mean you have to act on it. That doesn't mean you have to disrespect your person. But I think my husband is my best friend. I have good time when he understands me. Sometimes I don't want to talk. I don't feel like being touched. I don't want to be bothered. Like having sex frequently is overrated as a married couple. It's kind of like we spend so much time together. When we do whatever we decide to do, it's really meaningful.
Does he ever tell you no?
No. But he's never pressed. You know what I'm saying? He's always like, oh, I'm good. You know?
But what's that song you sung at the Grammy event that I was at, the second song, where you talk about basically
Boys
like
Men.
fucking get out, right?
Yeah.
You may be in a marriage where you love your partner, because I feel like a marriage, at least the way I'm starting to think about it as I'm getting more busier and stuff like that, is a partnership. Like, how do you build a foundation of wealth together? How do you build memories and whatever? But then, like, at some point you may want to just spark it up a little bit. Like, I don't feel like it's disrespectful to your partner to say, how about we go to Brazil and, you know, whatever, play around. If that's what your couples, if that's what y'all into.
If you
If that's
both
what
want to
y'all
do
into,
that.
yeah.
You both wanna do
if
it.
you
Not
both
like
wanna
I'm
do that.
making you do it,
I don't-
but-
Yeah, I don't think that's a disrespectful thing if you guys are in agreement, but I know me. I've never wanted to be with like more than one person at a time.
Right.
So you've never done a threesome?
Never in life.
Ever?
Never.
You never wanted to?
You
I've
should
only ever
do it
did one. No,
time.
I don't want
Yes.
to. Because I don't like women.
Get 2 guys.
What
don't
man
think
is going to want their wife
It's Angela
be
Yee.
splayed.
Y'all can figure it out. Angela's
You think
hot.
it's weird
I be
too,
seeing her
guys?
comment section. All these men want Angela. Go. This is why I always tell like women who haven't had those experiences, give yourself permission to be a hoe one weekend.
But then what am I gonna do? Am I like, sucking a dick while there's a dick behind me? What am I doing?
I mean, you'll figure it out once you get.
I guess I feel like you do got to be active because it can be a
You
little
gotta be
weird.
active.
Everybody got to be doing something, or else it's kind of like
Watching
voyeuristic.
porn.
Yeah,
Or is your fear of not having a threesome because you don't want no niggas out here like we ran a train on Angela?
No, I just have never. I really like one-on-one connections. I like that. Like, I'm not a multitasker. I'm the type of person like I tackle one thing at a time. I don't know what I would do with 2 dicks. Like, I don't know that.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, I don't even like a 69.
one nice one is a lot of work.
Yeah. You want to do that? Like, I don't like a 69. I don't like to have to like think about you eating my pussy while I'm sucking your dick at the same time. It doesn't. I need one thing at a
You
time.
gotta focus.
Yeah, I'm a focused person. Like, I like to put all my energy
So then
into
a
one thing at
threesome
a time.
probably won't work in your favor.
Yeah.
'cause
But you get the
too
right energy. It
distracted.
could be a whole lot of focusing in there. I mean, it's like you're challenging.
I guess
set
it
it up
depends
for
on the
me, Jason?
intention. If you're doing it just to
I've
if
been
you're
known to
doing
broke
it
the
just for the
pussy before.
experience, that's one thing. But if you're trying to actually like have a release,
Get me on Hollywood Uncocked, okay?
Facts. Yo, that could be my OnlyFans partnership.
that's funny.
All right, and I gotta ask you, Jason. We seen you with Kanye, with Wendy Williams, with Tiffany Haddish. How's Kanye doing? First of all,
Yeah, he's doing good. He's doing good. He's doing better than me if my baby mama let a nigga put my kid's name on their neck.
well, what could she do about that?
What?
I mean, how could she stop him? But
That's true.
I mean,
It's weird as shit.
What are your
you know,
thoughts
he's
about
better.
that?
He's better than me. He's
let's-
better than me because he's actually asking everybody not to even feed into it. Like, don't even. Like, he's literally better than me because when you think about raising black kids, and she's a white woman or whatever, when you're raising black kids, which is new to the Kardashians, black culture, they stole that. Black dick, they've been on that. But black kids is very specific. My mama was a white woman. She didn't know how to raise a black kid. She did the best she could until she fell on drugs. And my story I've talked about on your show, I went in foster care, whatever. So I have a certain amount of respect for black women or women who know how to raise black kids because my mom never said you black when I went outside. But I now realize everybody saw me when I went outside that I wasn't white. So I was a boy of color, right? I just can't understand the audacity of these people who can get away with anything by allowing a white man to put this black man's kid's name on their neck. Like, what do you mean? You can do something. You nigga, that's you cross the line.
Yeah.
Take my kid's
I
name
mean,
on
I
it.
thought that was very weird. You love Kanye.
He's
Money
my
Long.
favorite.
She wrote a song
I
called Love
can't-
Kanye.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
He is my favorite artist. He has been since I was in high school. I have all his albums. Even the one I hate, 808s and Heartbreak.
That's
I
my
bought
favorite
it.
album.
Wow.
I hate it.
You didn't like that album?
No,
I'm
only like
surprised
one
as a
song on it.
songwriter
Because it
and
was dark?
everything. Why do you?
Because I like Kanye rapping. I like his bars. I like his cadences. His singing is cool, but when it's like, hey,
Money
mama.
Long was my new best friend in my head until right now.
I just don't like, and I hated that haircut. But
hated
because I
haircut.
Yeah, that
love
haircut was horrible.
Hit the haircut.
because I love Kanye and I appreciate artistic expression, I still bought it in a vinyl and a CD because if you're a fan of someone, you love them through all of their seasons. So, but I love Kanye so much, and I think that it's unfortunate what's happening to him in the media and just watching him. I watched the documentary. The last episode was very hard to watch. Just like his psychological, I don't want to say breakdown, but deterioration. Like you're seeing him go through something in real time
that we couldn't
I
imagine
hate-
going through.
Well, I mean, when I watched it, because it was funny, he said, he called me and said, "What are you doing on Friday?" I go, "I'm going to the premiere of your documentary." It was like, "Oh, it's Friday. Okay, I'm coming." He came. And so to watch the first episode, because they only showed the first episode with his mom, I ain't gonna lie, I went up to him afterwards. I was like, "Bro," because you know my brother's story, losing my brother. I see him, he lost his mom. I understand that type of loss is just so unexpected. It's jarring to the extent where it could fucking just shake you all the way through, right? And I said, man, I kind of want to just cry and hug you, man. I hugged him and I could see the void, and just, I said recently, like proximity changes perception. I'm growing a lot. I'm maturing a lot. When I first came in the industry, I thought everybody was going to support me and they were like, "Oh, stay away. He's a big bad wolf." So then I became the big bad wolf. And then I played into the narrative till I got to a point where I'm like, yo, I'm not feeling fulfilled anymore. I need to like smooth this out a little bit, make some changes. And with him, I feel like no matter what he does, whether he says some crazy shit people don't resonate with or he does something that people don't like, if he was to respond right now to Pete Davidson, what would the world say? There go crazy, yay.
Right.
But some shit like that would drive a regular nigga to pull up at your baby mama house and act a goddamn fool.
It's almost like they're trying to trigger him.
No,
Yeah,
that's
I
what
did
it
think,
is.
I was like, okay, why does
That's
he have
what it
this?
is.
But then I'm like, how did they even see that tattoo? Because they definitely, it's small. They like zoomed in. But why? I don't even
It's so
understand.
insidious though, because that family is so good at spinning whatever.
Everything.
You see
for
what
their
Ray
own
J just said.
benefit. Yeah,
I
they're
talked to Ray J
so
this
good at
morning.
it. To where I feel like this second nature. They don't
play
even
the
realize
game.
they're doing it. And I hate that they're doing it to Kanye. I do. I hate that he's in it. Like,
But you know, I feel like he also kind of knew what it was.
Yeah,
like
you knew what
getting
you signed up
involved
for.
with Kim Kardashian, you know what it is. It's gonna put you in the spotlight. It's gonna have you in a certain space, and he liked it until.
I think they both did. I think
Yeah,
they both
they both
benefited
liked
from
it.
it. They both benefited from it. She got the swag. She got the culture somewhat. Because remember, before Kanye,
She wasn't
you
getting
were a
invited to-
cultural vulture. Black men to black men hopping. Take any girl's boyfriend. You created the box braids. Like they were that. And then you got with Ye, and now you're Balenciaga down, brand new closet, Skims,
but I
$1 billion
feel like it's
brand.
like, how many of them is? I feel like it's 8 against 1. Like that's not. You have the power of 8 people
What's
against
8
you.
women? You got to add Caitlyn. Wait. Yeah.
All
I don't
of
even know
them.
how many.
And
So
even
Rob
the
don't
kids,
count?
but like, no, because I'm talking about
I know,
star
kidding.
power. Like all of them collectively can move as a force. Because you know how it is with politics. Well, if you don't mess with Ye, I don't mess with Jay. So that goes across 8 people. It's like there's
No, but
literally.
when it
No
comes to
effect.
the media, this is how they operate. If Kim don't fuck with you, none of us do. And then it's like none of our brands do. None of us will do interviews with you. None of us will support your show. None of us like so they understand how to manipulate mainstream media. Mainstream media, because I'm in media, you're in media.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're a media person.
No, I know, I forgot. Right, I am in media. You learn the landscape of how media works. If the media likes you and they want to like you, you're gonna be great. You know, you kill the queen, all of a sudden, you know, you're not a valid source of news, no matter what your accomplishments have been. But with Ye, I mean, I could tell you, E! News, I'll put them on blast. Hey, Brody, they wrote a story about Ye that was literally baseless, not true. All these unidentified sources of that. So when we all got on the phone and talked about it, and they acknowledged that it wasn't real, and the employee who wrote it left the day they wrote the story, and then weren't responsive to emails. They didn't want to take it down. They were like, "Well, it's already up. We're just gonna leave up a lie." And I feel like as somebody in media, we have such a responsibility. But once that narrative is painted about you, or in any way you participate in the narrative, like me being messy, doing the stuff I did early on in my career, and then playing into it, no matter what you do, you're messy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like we have a responsibility, but I feel like when it comes to him, especially with that family.
He's
It's like
such
an
an
uphill battle.
important cultural figure. Like he has changed the way we dress. He's changed the way we listen to music, changed the way we make music, changed the way we even represent ourselves as artists, and like how we move in business. And just, I don't like that he is being maligned the way that he is. And just his legacy is like, it's just not, some people you just don't do that.
But I also feel like he continues to get support regardless. Like he puts out an album, people gonna buy it. He puts out a shoe, people gonna buy it. He puts out a clothing line or whatever, collaboration, people gonna buy it.
But
so I
that-
don't feel like he's like an outcast in any way.
You're right in that respect. You drop a concert
'Cause
or
it's not
tour,
like
you're gonna
he's-
sell out.
yeah.
But here's the deal: Black people have to become more than a product that can sell shit, right? Like he's a human being. Like I know, without getting into too many details, the conversations we've had have been more of like understanding the media landscape. Like, how is this being said? And if I respond to this, how is this narrative going to be painted?
Yeah,
like, how is that
affect
fair?
media.
And I keep saying, controlling your narrative is not controlling the author, and it's not controlling every circumstance that comes at you. It's how you respond to it, engage it, and strategically like address it. The Kardashians are very strategic.
But yeah,
they think
like
about
own
it.
a lot of.
I need to
They
take some
own a lot
lessons
of the
for
media.
Well, they
shit.
think
Do you
about
have
it.
classes?
They're coming out soon. They think about it. They have a person that wrangles it. They know where to plant stuff. They know how to then take it and amplify. Like they're very strategic. They literally read the stats of social media to decide how they react to things, and then they all collectively do it.
They know how to seize the moment.
Yeah, because I was participating in it when they were trying to kill Jordan Woods. But again, they live without any accountability,
Right.
at all.
Yeah.
They're on a different planet. But I do enjoy looking at them though, and like watching their shows, and it is very entertaining.
But I also feel like they can't be. I feel like there's a lot of unhappiness there too. Like even if you look at Chloe, like she's
Well, she can't keep a man. I mean, she had Lamar. He smoked crack and left. She
But he
had
wants her
Tristan. That dick is somewhere. If you need to put a GPS on that dick, because it's just all over the place. I mean, at some point, you got all that fat sucked out of you. You still, I mean, everything
She
about
looked
you.
good at the Met
No, she
Gala.
looks great. But that still ain't enough. Something is broken. Like they need to sit in the room. They need the Kardashians go to therapy. Sit in the room and sort out everything. Like just sort it all out. Why you can't keep a man? Not that that's all their responsibility. Maybe it's the choices they make. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not. They're not victims by any measure.
Do you think that, okay, so let's talk about choices that we make, okay? Now, I know, Muni Long, we were talking before this started, and you have a song called Pain.
Yes.
And so you talking about getting, what do you say, drugged?
When
Tell me-
a man drags a woman.
Drags you. Okay. Now explain that, because I was like confused at first. So explain what it means when a man drags a woman.
So an example would be Tristan and Chloe. It's like, you use them for whatever is valuable to you. Maybe you don't have a place to live. Maybe you just
That's a homeless sexual.
homeless sexual. Wow.
Did we
So
talk
I
about
know a
that
lot
last
of
time?
homeless sexuals. So maybe you driving a car around. I'm just talking about like the basic things that people do.
resources.
Right,
Maybe
I'm
you just
paying
want to
your
get some
bills for
coochie,
you.
like
Yeah.
consistent. Coochie. Maybe they cook for you. Maybe it's, you have no intention of doing right by this girl, being in a relationship, dragging her, leading her on, telling her you love her, maybe even going as far as meeting the family, and then boom, you pop up, you done got another girl pregnant, you got a whole other life. Or
so this happened to you before?
it has actually a long time ago. But then they were using me because they wanted me to write songs over all
What?
of their stuff. Yeah.
Damn.
Wait, somebody got with you. Wait.
I thought I was in a relationship for a couple of years, and then I was
couple
not.
of years.
Because
That's
they
a
were
long
trying to
time.
leverage your songwriting ability to get. Oh, that is some shady shit.
Terrible.
That's
And had the
scary.
nerve to walk up to me recently and be like, "I'm so proud of you." I was like,
But
you know what?
You should write a song about them.
She did.
I
That's
literally,
good.
I tried my hardest not to even focus on any lame stuff that happened to me in the
Yeah.
past. I'm just focused on like, I'm trying to get this 100 million. I want #1 hits. I want these Grammys.
But what's the lesson from that too? Because I also feel like a lot of things that we go through that was painful for us also are valuable lessons. So
Don't
for you,
mess with lame Negroes.
because I think we all got to go through that at some point. Have we all messed with somebody lame?
Yeah, I mean, my book, chapter
Yeah.
5, Toxic Ass Nigga. Like,
Yes,
I think the lesson is, self-love, like getting to a place of knowing your worth and your value and knowing like you can see very quickly, like, okay, this person is not here because they actually care about me. And then when you get to a place of self-love, then I think you're just very protective of making sure like none of that other energy seeps in to take you back to a
we
place
don't have to do
where-
charity
Yeah,
anymore.
well, also I was
Yeah.
20, he was 27. Like, he knew exactly what he was doing.
Right.
I think also, too, it's like, I'm reading this book right now called The Gift of Fear by Gavin DeBecker. It's amazing. It talks about how we all have these intuitive moments where, like, somebody's standing a little too close to you in the elevator or walking a little too fast in your direction, and like, you have a tense up moment, like,
something ain't right.
yes, but then you ignore it because you don't want to be rude, or you feel like maybe you're overreacting, or you're walking alone by yourself and a man comes up and offers assistance. There's no one else around, because a decent man would never do that because they understand.
I don't play that.
You know what I mean? So I feel like as a 20-year-old girl, there were so many warning signs,
But you're also a 20-year-old girl.
right?
And we're not like who we are going to be later. You know what I'm saying? Like at 20, I made a lot of really bad choices and decisions, and I was too nice and, did things like just because I didn't know better.
Yeah.
At 43, I did that. I mean, we're a constant evolution of like making mistakes and learning things. I mean, I literally have like lived my life in the moment, my whole life, and so like I missed the lessons in the 2020. I was just reckless as fuck. Like I did everything I wanted to do. Stuff I didn't want to do, I did. Stuff I shouldn't have did, I did. But yeah, I mean, I don't have any guilt from the past because those lessons are what they are. But now that we are where we are, and there's so much information out there to learn from, and people's mistakes to learn from, that like if you choose to make those mistakes, that's literally a choice.
That's so true. There's so many resources now. It's like, you don't have an excuse. You could literally go Google it.
Like people have been in more than one toxic relationship.
Yeah.
Isn't that a problem with them?
No, because sometimes you don't know if that's what it's going to be. Like,
Or people just have
people can
patterns
be
that
very
they-
misleading.
So when Chloe got with Lamar, she didn't know he was gonna smoke crack, or she didn't know like there may be some crack around
I
here.
can't answer that. I didn't know he was smoking crack.
I feel like if you smoke crack, you don't
didn't
do it
know?
in the open.
Yeah, it's not
Just
like you be like-
you go hide.
Yeah,
But don't you have like
You're like,
crack
what's that
breath?
smell in the house?
Yeah,
What does
the
crack
smell,
breath smell
something
like?
will be
Because crack
lingering.
stinks.
Yeah,
Okay,
it smells.
Well, we know what crack smells like. I know what crack smells
I
like.
mean,
Yeah,
if you're
I do
kissing
too.
somebody, I don't know about y'all. If you're a passionate person, you kiss somebody, you smell something that is
Got crack in your nostrils or something.
I've never kissed
But you
anyone
just
who
said
smokes
she
crack
lives in
that
a
I know
whole. They
of.
live in a whole different planet. She probably didn't even know what crack smelled like. She might just thought
That's true.
that's his
She probably
smell.
like, he need a root canal. She didn't know that was crack.
Right.
I don't know. I wouldn't. Yeah, she probably has no idea. You know,
I would leave my partner if they became a crackhead. You mean like so? Some people say for better, for worse.
You wouldn't,
You
get
wouldn't
them
feel like
help?
trying to help.
No,
that's a lot,
Listen,
man.
there's deal breakers. If you steal, if like
Crack.
you're a habitual thief or you like do crack or stuff like that, no, we're not saying. I'm not even going with you to therapy.
Okay, so crack is very high. So
Well,
like,
there's
would
just
you?
one because I
like
lived through a
maybe
mother who
meth?
was on meth, crack, heroin.
certain things that triggers based on like your. First of all, like one of my main things is if anyone ever raises their voice at me, I can't be with them. Like for real, if you ever raise your voice, or I feel like you might hit me, I'm out. I'm never speaking to you again.
Do you raise your voice?
No.
Yeah, because you don't seem like the kind of
Yeah,
person.
I'm not a. If I can get into an argument, but I'm not gonna yell or scream at you, and so I never want anybody to do that to me either.
Yeah.
I can't picture you screaming.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Honestly, like I try to be really productive, and the thing that I do that's bad, I feel like it's worse than screaming, is I won't say anything at all. You know how annoying
I
that
hate
is?
that.
Yeah.
I hate that too.
'Cause
That's
That's called
worse.
stonewalling.
And you're the kind of person that you can't really read to, you know? Yeah. I would start a fight with you to get out of you what's going on.
Yeah, no. If
would
you,
guess
because
that's
I
one
honestly
thing.
can't talk about something while I'm mad about it. I gotta wait. Like I need a few hours of you just leave me alone. I can't even talk to you about. And I would tell you, I'd be like, I really can't talk about this right now. Can we talk about this later?
And you'll be talking to somebody who can't wait.
Yeah.
And then that's an
I
argument.
can't do it, but
then
that's
that-
an- I know
oh,
I'm
you
that-
made me spill
that's
my
me.
drink.
What?
The can't wait person.
I gotta talk
I'm,
about it now.
I'm getting better though now, where I'll just be like, okay, and just
Yeah, I
walk
need to-
away, go play my video game, go make some nails, something like
Because
that.
I would turn my back to you. Like if you're right there, I'll turn my back like this, and you'll be talking to me, and I'll be like this the whole time.
Just to not
Oh,
even
that
get
would
eye
make me
contact.
But isn't
so
that
mad.
okay? But
It
isn't
is
that,
fucked up.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's toxic. That's
It's
a
like
toxic
purposely
trait.
fucked
Yeah,
up. Nah, I'll
it's
be
like
like-
intentionally in a
Yeah.
nice way, nasty.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to somebody now who he doesn't raise his voice either, so we argue very quietly, and that's annoying because it's not a really an argument. It's like we're being very disingenuous in arguing.
Why? You don't have to yell to argue,
We
to
argue-
disagree.
Yeah.
Because I feel like part of being in a successful relationship is being able to effectively disagree and know how to like talk to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that you're not yelling and you're not saying things you don't mean. Because I'm really big on not saying things that later on
Yeah, I don't either.
I feel bad that I said.
I have a song that says that at the end.
What song is that?
It's another one. It's called The Words. It's basically saying like, I know you didn't mean it, but it hurt my feelings. Like, don't say things you can't take back.
Right.
It's true because I remember that time you said.
Right. Like if you tell a guy, well, your dick little, you can't never take that back.
But
and
I-
he is forever going to think his dick is little. You know what I'm saying? Like you
But
can't.
see, I also feel like we all know the things that you just should not say. Like once you hit that low,
But people do it.
but what if he come back and be like, okay, and your pussy is drier than Dubai? You know what I mean?
And then I'd be like, that's your fault.
Or he put a
With your
picture,
little
or
dick,
he
you
put
can't even get me wet.
Or he put a picture of you on Instagram like hanging with Dubai pussy. You know
No,
what I mean?
no,
Like,
Instagram you can't post.
Okay, that's
We gotta
I
argue
have a
with each
question
other.
about that. Is that
Yeah.
real?
What?
Because I've heard so many rumors about girls going to Dubai and getting poo-pooed on.
Jason, is it real? Because I know you would know.
I'm going back next week. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but I was hanging with a whole hooker out there and didn't even know. Like, she was just a fan. Like, she knew me, and she like it was good to find somebody out there who could show me around, who knew who I was. And I was like, oh, I feel safe with her. Then I go to the party, and they're like, oh, good luck tonight. I'm like, good luck tonight. Like, I'm just drinking and going home. Come to find out she was a whole prostitute.
Did you have to pay her for taking you
No,
around?
like she just was hanging out. She was cool.
Because sometimes even just spending time, you got to pay.
But
like,
I value
just-
her though, because she was introducing me to all the billionaires. Oh, he's a millionaire. She's running all down, everything down to me. So
Did anybody try to solicit you?
no, but you know, I did do something in Dubai where I could have went to jail. Want me to tell you?
What?
Okay, if you've never been to Dubai, they have rules. Like, you really need to Google it. Like, you'll go to prison forever. They don't feed you when you go to prison. They'll kill you. Like, you'll die. You'll get executed. So I go out there with Floyd, and I'm like, yo, let me go out here. And I'm meeting all these, because, you know, with Floyd, people will bring him tigers. They'll bring him fucking hella money for shit. And Floyd literally just appears and people bring him money. So I try to stay around and, like, be that outlier that takes the
Like, you
extra.
hold that? Yeah.
Like,
Like, you need me to hold
leave me a little
something?
bag, you know? So I go out there, and it's my first time in Dubai. Like, this is the future. It's money everywhere. And so I go out to the club, and this guy's sending us $250,000. I mean, $60,000 bottles of champagne. So he sends like 4. It's $250,000.
Let's just give me the money.
So he sends the champagne. So I'm drinking it because Floyd don't drink. So I get drunk, and Floyd's like, I'm going to bed. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I'm going out. So I asked, can I take your driver? Yeah. So the driver takes us, and the hooker. We're going to go to this party. We go to the party. As soon as I walk in the party, I'm already drunk. I order a bottle. I tell the driver, whatever you do, when I get drunk, I'm a little extra. Can you, like, make sure I get back okay? I don't want to go to jail. He's like, yeah. We go to after party. We get there. People sending bottles. I get lit, and I go outside and have to pee. So I pee outside.
Oh, you can't do that.
See, they don't have police in Dubai, but I also didn't know they have cameras everywhere, and the cameras film you, and they take that, and they film me peeing.
Send it to the police.
Film me peeing next to Floyd's car, took the license plate, called the owner of the travel company, contacted Floyd, came to the hotel, and he was like, you could go to jail. I'm like, for what? I had to pee, but that's 15
Why
years
didn't
in
you pee in the
prison.
bathroom, Jason?
I was outside. I was going to the shuttle to go back to the hotel.
See,
Why
that's
you
that
didn't pee before
spoiled
you
American stuff.
Let me tell you now, my last trip to
I haven't
Dubai,
peed outside in so long.
my last trip to Dubai, I had like a couple drinks, and that was it.
Wow.
That's great. You can't cuss people out. You can't film nobody. Like, there's
Do you
rules.
like that? You think
What?
that's like a better way?
I love it out there, though.
See?
I love it. Mhm.
You can't
I wanna
film
go so
anybody?
bad.
No, you can't smoke weed. There's a woman right now. She's being executed because she got caught with a half a pound of
Okay,
cocaine.
that's too much.
She's getting executed. They don't play.
That's too far. Because we've heard stories of people from here who have gone there and like got arrested for like a little bit of weed, not knowing. So
Listen.
no one smokes weed?
So
I know people that
there's
smoked out there, but-
people over there. There's somebody right now got caught with weed, and they're getting like a crazy prison. They don't play. It's a Muslim country, but I will say, to your point, when I was out there, they pop and pee out there.
So like,
It's like
so
it's
the dress. Okay, because I read that you can't, like, outside of your hotel grounds, you can't
you
have.
kiss your husband, you're going to jail. You get in trouble.
If you kiss your husband,
There's no PDA in public. You cannot do public PDA.
no, your
hold
EP
hand-
can't. They
hand
can't even
on
sell
I
your
ain't seen
EP
one
out
person
there.
holding a hand in Dubai. You can't all this, hey baby, baby. No, you know you're not doing that.
Oh my God.
And you know I'm gay in the United States. When I hit Dubai, my wife is at home. I fall into
You
the
can't be
culture.
gay in Dubai,
It's illegal.
but they're definitely
You
doing.
can't hook up with nobody from the club and take them to your hotel. If they report you, you're in trouble.
What?
Oh,
But
wow.
I tell you this, and you know the other thing, when they drive in Dubai, they follow the speed limit because there's cameras everywhere. If you get caught speeding, they come to your house or send you.
I
That's
bet you
too
there's
much.
no crime, though.
There's no crime. You can wear I wear all my jewelry out, no security, no crime.
But okay, so no guys try to talk to you.
I didn't say that.
Okay, so all right, because
It's
you said it's a
different though.
crime.
It's
but,
different. It's not like
So how do they try to talk to you?
Y'all got like a code.
it's like they want to smoke on your hookah. You know, I'm smoking on their
They
hookah. You know. It's just you feel, but I don't give a fuck what. There's nothing you can do in Dubai to make me cross that line.
Okay.
Because the way they get you, they put some on your passport, so you get all the way to the airport, thinking you about to board your flight, and they get you there. That's why you still.
So they let you stay.
Oh, they catch you.
No, but they let you enjoy your trip.
I mean, if they don't come and get you, but they put a hold on your passport, so you do all of what you moving through, thinking you wherever you at.
So how'd you get out after peeing outside?
Oh, I was terrified the whole way to the airport. Once they let me through, I was like, Lord, thank you.
You was like, I would never pee outside again.
won't pee
God,
no
please.
more.
Just because you was with Floyd.
I'll
he
never
got you
pee
off.
again.
I think Floyd said he got me out of trouble, but you know, Floyd be exaggerating shit too, so who knows?
He might have to pay him off.
All right, now let's
tip.
talk about something else. Because I know earlier we were talking about sneaky link. Has anybody ever fell in love with their sneaky link? Like somebody that it was just really like a jump off, and then it turned into more. Buddha, since you ain't saying shit.
No.
You never just been hooked up with a girl and then been like,
Definitely like strung out in love though, while in a
so
relationship,
what's
but
strung
just
out? What's the difference between strung out?
like hooked, like to the point where you considering being in a relationship with this person
That's what it is.
and leaving the person that you're currently with, or you're
Well, I
not
didn't
with
say
any-
you had to lead the person.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
But you know,
Well,
sometimes like
sneaky link isn't necessarily like cheating. It's like
Yeah, it could be
somebody you just don't want everybody to know that you with.
True. Then,
when
yeah.
y'all be in the club together and then you act like y'all not together, but you be like, later on.
You know y'all gonna link afterwards.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever tricked on a girl? Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
Why you hesitate so much?
Because I had to think about where was the location. But definitely on vacation in DR. Definitely.
I guess I'm lame. I've never done a lot of things.
But you never like fell for
You
your
was real
sneaky
busy
link?
though.
No, I never had. I don't believe I might have been someone's sneaky link to them, but I was in a relationship. So
let's talk about prior to this.
no, I mean prior to my husband,
Right. Okay.
I had 2 relationships. In my mind, I was a girlfriend both times.
This the guy you was writing for?
The second one,
Yeah.
the first one was the Drake one,
Okay.
and then after that,
Who?
I'm married.
The guy that was mad that she wouldn't let her go work in the studio with Drake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then I got married. So I didn't really go on a lot of dates. First of all, I don't really like people.
Yeah, we know. Nobody.
Yeah, no, I don't. Because I just feel like most people are bullies. They're mean. They're selfish. They take advantage of people. They lie. So it's just a protective thing. It's just like, if I just already don't even count on you being...
Do you have a lot of female friends or no?
Because I can't stand no crybabies. Crybaby, are you really my friend? Like, oh, Pia. I hate that.
Oh my God. So you're not a crybaby at all?
I used to be, but not in that way. Like, not like, you're not hanging out with me. Like, I don't do that. Or like just somebody who just really all want to be.
You know what's crazy? I have a lot of female friends. Like, I really do. And honestly, like, I don't cry barely ever. I was talking about this the other day on the show. I don't even cry at funerals, really. But I don't know that that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And I also feel like for you as a songwriter who pours your heart out, that it would make you be an emotional person.
I'm emotional. Yeah, I have emotions. Like, I don't mind displaying them. But I just mean, like, is there a problem? Okay, what are we going to do about it? Versus like complaining about your baby daddy all the time, complaining. Like I hate that. I'm not the gossipy person, you know.
Do you ever use that aspect or that perspective of that person to help you songwrite?
Yes, I've never said that out loud, so I'm sure they're gonna be like, "But you been with me?" I was like, absolutely. I'm living vicariously, sure, because I don't have those types of problems. So
Right.
I look at it as like telling stories. I'm telling
Awesome.
the different perspectives of the women that I know or that I'm around or that things that I see or hear. I'm
Things you
giving
see
my
on
best
TikTok?
interpretation. Yeah, I just give my best interpretation of that.
Dope.
But yeah, I like to think that I'm pretty drama free. I don't really mess with you unless you come.
Do you get friendly with people that you write for? Like when you're in the studio writing with somebody?
I've wanted that, but on this side of it now, I understand everybody wants something from you. They're all grabbing. They're all trying to get their talents in your back. So a lot of things that I looked at as like rude or just like, damn, why she, I'm giving her all this shit. Why she being me?
Sauce.
I understand now. Because it's like you don't know who is who. You don't know who's genuine. You don't know who's trying to like plot on you. Who's trying to just sit up under you and get all your intel so they can hit up your manager, your hairstylist, snatch people out from under you. It's just very important to maintain your mystery and your formula. Keep that,
I was just about to ask you
quiet. Because now I finally figured it out. Like, I've got my team of people. There's only a few pieces I'm missing. Like, I need a really good assistant, a great personal trainer. Like, just very ancillary things. I've got my videographer, photographer. I got my managers. I've got my hairstylist, makeup artist, stylist. I got 2 or 3 in each category. I do my own nails, so I don't need certain things I have to worry about. And just having somebody just trying to just ask you too many questions or get too close is dangerous.
But I also feel like maybe you need to be around people that are like, that you want to level up to also, because I like to surround myself with people that I'm like, they know more about me than something, or like they have a business going on that I aspire.
That's how I am. If you see who I'm around, I'm very strategic in who I allow to get close enough to build a connection with. I think there's this perception of me that I'm friends with all these celebrities. I know everybody, but friends, I think there's probably like 5 or 6 that I would say, or maybe 4. I'm like, okay, we're really friends.
Who?
Well, if I start naming names, people are gonna be like, "Wow!" I'll say some names.
Cardi,
of course. Tiffany, Floyd. I'm gonna just leave it there. Those 3.
Wendy?
Wendy. I'll say Wendy too. But Wendy is different because like the pop out with Wendy this weekend was strategic for different.
Is her show really coming back?
She says she's coming back. But the reason,
did they say it or did she say it?
Well, let me tell you about they. Because them and some motherfuckers over there producing that show. I ain't even talking about like the local people. The local people are cool because I've been on the show several times, whatever, and I fuck with all them. Hey. I have this fundamental issue right now with so many white people that control everything, whether it's VC raising money or media or music or like, you know, I don't know as much as they're saying they want to invest in black that they really mean it. This is a black woman who we all know, like literally built her own way from radio all the way up to nationally syndicated TV. It's hard to get a nationally syndicated show, right? And so when you have somebody that does that and then leaves for whatever reason, what I will say the only thing I can think of why she would have left is having been on the show right before she left and then seeing her recently, she was completely dialed in this time, focused, calm, happy, healthy. And I think when she was there, I felt like she was on this hamster wheel, like literally in between, running her from here to there. And, you know, she's 56 or something like that. And she's been through it for a long time and been through a lot. I felt like the way they did her when she left, putting all these white people on who don't resonate with the audience, not structuring the show because these celebrities don't want to do hot topics. They don't want to hurt people's feelings. Your show, when I looked at my podcast, I looked at Breakfast Club, like, I love that. That's a show you could tune in. Y'all gonna ask all the shit we're waiting for you to ask or that we believe should be asked. We know it's gonna happen.
Muni Long felt like we were too nice.
I was surprised, man. Maybe I don't have enough tea.
But some people feel like you're easy or not. But you know, it's a vibe. You get in there and you ask the questions, and I feel like that's missing. Wendy gives us that in the morning. You know, nobody wants to watch Drew Barrymore. That shit is fucking annoying, and her lisp annoys me. Like, it was cute when E.T. was in the room, but like right now, Drew, you need to go away.
Why did you bring up E.T.? That was so long ago, Jason.
That's when I liked her. Then you have the real. They weren't real. Lonnie was a bully. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was her weight issues or just the fact that Tamar was the star, but she bullied everybody there. Bam, that show's gone.
I like Lonnie.
I know. And then there's I don't even know all the other shows that are getting canceled. Everybody's unemployed now. Nobody cares, right? But we want Wendy back. So I had dinner the other night with Wendy, and it was just evident when I was sitting there that she had all her faculties. So I said to her, you know, because I've been trying to get in touch with Wendy since July of last year. I've been doing the show, I've been going to her house, taking her out, linked her up with Tiffany and Cardi, like helping to bring good people in her life. And so when I called the manager, he was like, oh, she's unavailable and can't take any calls. And I said, can I send her flowers? Because I was going to send a note. You know, bitch call me, step aside, code. You know. She's not accepting flowers. She's not. So I was going to pull up at her house, but I'm like, that's kind of weird. So when I sat there with her and she told me that she didn't get any messages, when they had asked me to host the show for the opening weekend, I told them, okay, Monday I'll bring Tiffany, Tuesday I'll bring Cardi, Wednesday I'll get Mariah Carey do a surprise for Norman, you know, Thursday we'll bring Tamar. They were like, nah, we're not doing that. And they started bringing on a bunch of white people who were doing dumb shit like Leah Remini. It was always... I was thinking about Leah Remini and Drew Barrymore. It's always the people with the lisp. But they had Leah Remini sit up there with the girl from Drag Race, boring, talking about getting her coochie ate out. Nobody want to hear that. Nobody want to hear that from her. So when I saw what they were doing with the show, you know, I started publicly criticizing them. And they were offended that I did, you know, because the guy who owns the show called and said, you know, why don't I ask Nicki Minaj to co-host with me? And I'm like, you must not be paying attention because I don't have a relationship with her. They're like, oh, Cardi B, same thing.
Whoa, and definitely not the same thing.
I was like, that's not the same thing. So once I started publicly addressing it, I made it a point to ask Wendy. She wasn't aware of none of that. And then she told me how her manager allegedly stole some money from her, and then the people who had kind of worked with the bank to hold all her money, which is, by the way, I'm moving all my money out of Wells Fargo now. So when I started talking to her, I'm like, yo, we need to pop out. Because now that I'm looking at you, you're smiling, you're healthy, you're happy, you're like energetic, you're running to the car by yourself. Like, this is not the Wendy we've been seeing. So we got dressed up, went to Cardi's party, and we made sure that everybody saw those images. And so now everybody, and the next day, they didn't even mention her on their show. They did a whole Met Gala recap, after party recap.
And they didn't mention Wendy.
And didn't mention Wendy.
Wow.
So the fans right now are like killing them online.
And they're trying to paint a picture of her that's not true.
Well, hold on. Going back to the Kardashians, how the mainstream works, right? If you say somebody's crazy, if you get a picture or you use an old picture and say they're debilitated, you know, we all know Wendy's had her issues. And then you put enough of that in the press and it gets picked up and amplified. And then you build a case to seize their account. So they have no resources now, right? Wendy said her manager came to her house with 2 security guards unannounced and uninvited. So she had to hurry up and get out the back door and get in her car and fly to Miami to be with her family because she didn't know what the fuck they were all trying to do.
Trying to commit her or something.
And then now you got people taking over her show. So every morning it's still the Wendy Williams show and name and title and
Yeah, see,
opening.
Michael Rappaport was just hosting because Envy was on with
That
Gia.
is so scary.
If the Breakfast Club hosted the Wendy Williams show, we would watch. If Jason Lee hosted, we would watch. They say, oh, you're not big enough. I go, well, I'm not big enough. My Kanye West interview got 3 billion impressions and Sherry Shepherd got like 785,000. So
Do you like Sherry Shepherd?
I like Sherry
Yeah.
Shepherd, but not for that. Because, you know,
Well, she has her own show coming, so it'll be different.
and that show may be good, but I don't go to McDonald's to eat the Burger King French fries. I go to McDonald's to eat McDonald's French fries. And we all know wherever we go, whatever we're enticed by, whatever our appetite is, you know, if I went to the Breakfast Club and I was looking at Peter Rosenberg and fucking Ebro, I would be like, what the fuck is this plastic ass, fake ass version of the realest show in the world? Like, I don't want it. And that's what's happening with the fans. Michael Rappaport sitting up there talking about black women and making jokes about the Real Housewives, like to a show that's watched predominantly by probably black women or black people. It doesn't make any sense. So how is it that you say Jason Lee bringing Cardi B or Jason Lee bringing Tiffany Haddish or Jason Lee bringing Mariah Carey is not big enough for that
Jason,
audience?
how do you have time to date in between all of these things that you're doing?
Because I got to go home and lay down with something.
So that's it, just at night?
No. The one I'm
Do you
talking
bring, like, if you're dating somebody, do you bring them around people?
Yes. True story. 2 weeks ago, the guy I'm talking to now is in town. We're about to get in bed. And I get a call and they say, Madonna wants you to come to this party. I'm like, okay, I'm getting up because whatever Madonna
We
wants,
gotta
that's what
go.
the fuck you do. Get in the car, we get over there, and I'm like, I don't know how this nigga gonna act because it's fucking Madonna. So he's there, and we're, you know, if you see him, and I'll show you what he look like, you know, we're kind of all over each other being really gay. Because I'm gay as fuck. So we're kissing all this, and so Madonna's like, yo, get a fucking room. And he says to her, he's Colombian, hey, Madonna, and he kisses her on the cheek. You're an icon. And she looks at him. I said, bitch, don't even think about it. You know what I mean? And we're laughing. But he went right back to focusing on me. So, yes, he wasn't all in her face, trying to get to know her, trying to politic.
Because that's annoying.
But then Tiffany Haddish is hanging all on his back. I'm like, I'll fight you too. I'll fight both of you. But yeah, he doesn't.
He's not bisexual, though.
No, he's gay.
Okay.
See, you know I like to date the bisexual ones. He's straight. I mean, gay. Yeah, he's gay.
Which one?
He's completely gay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
There we go.
I think I need to, back to even what you were saying earlier, I think I just need to like be patient with the company that I keep, because it's not that I don't want to have genuine connection. It's just that I think it's like for example, when stuff like that happens, when you take somebody out and they don't know how to act. Now I'm like, well, why did I even?
I don't want you to second guess what you said though, because what you said, like, people that are listening may not understand it, but they're not in the position of having to protect what you built. Like, I feel like I went through a phase where I used to be very much like, come on, let's hang out. Let's, let's go here, or I'll take people places where to me I'm just out, but to them I don't see how they may see it. And then I have people who will invite themselves in my life or been invited in, and all of a sudden now it's their life too, and they can just run all through a playground, and
Right.
So I think there's a certain level of like, you do have your guard up a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel like I've made better friends as I get older. I mean, I have some of my friends that have been like my staples, my standards, like from college and
Is
even
Karen
from
Civil
high
your
school.
friend?
Yeah, we're cool.
You like her still?
Yeah, I don't have any problem. I mean, listen,
Why
I know
you
y'all
acting
had
like
your
that?
issues.
Wait.
Because I missed you on the Breakfast Club when I came.
I wasn't. I was on vacation that week.
You're nice, Angela. Let me tell you something. You're a good friend because there's some people you have to throw away. At some point, you have to look at them in the face and say, you're evicted. Because I can tell that cancer you spreading around, it ain't finna come over here. Because see, people that spread cancer it ain't selective cancer. It's just not your turn cancer. I can
Not
look at
your
somebody fuck
turn
you over,
cancer?
and the minute they fuck you over, I'm out. Because you ain't gonna have a chance to come over here. But you're such a nice person, Angela.
I am a very nice person. Some people would say I'm too nice. Okay.
I think you're too nice.
A lot of people would say that, but I also never want this industry to change who I am.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
so I never want to be, because I've always been a nice person. Like my whole life, I've been
It's
this
fun to be
way.
nice.
Yeah, and it doesn't, like, I feel like I get a lot of blessings because of that. And there might be people who I was cool with that I'm not really cool with anymore, but I don't have any hatred toward anybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I feel like if somebody does me wrong, it hurts them more than it hurts me.
Right.
That's really how I
They're
look
not
at
doing
it.
it to you. They're doing it to God.
Yeah. And I also look at it like the worst thing I could do to somebody is not really mess with you anymore.
Right.
And that's it. I don't need to throw no dirt on nobody's name. If you fucked up to me, you really just fucked yourself over because you're not a good person. And so that's just how I look at it.
But see, I look at it like, when you're a bad person, you do me bad, I want the whole world to know it.
No, I don't.
I think I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm
Yeah.
both of you.
Because it's like the warning sign we never got. Like,
Right.
if we're, in this industry, we're all tight lipped or you're messy. Oh, don't say that because that's messy. You say that, you're gonna do that. You know, there's networks who try to offer me stuff, but then like they want me to follow a code. I don't know how to do that because I'm literally
and look, and I think that's just different than how I operate, and I don't think it's wrong.
Yeah, it's just different.
Some people have no problem with saying any and everything. And I feel like a lot of things that I got, like, look, I have some things about to happen that I'm like, I'm so glad that I didn't say certain things because I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in if I did. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like at some point later on in life, it'll all come out. But I don't feel like now is the right time. And also, like I said, you know how I said I operate where if I'm mad, I can't say something right away? I need some time. I don't like to talk about things while I'm in the midst of it.
Yeah, well, that's smart.
I'd rather talk about because things change, and I'd rather look at things in retrospect. And I can reflect on things later. But I also feel like I don't let any of that weigh me down. Like I might have fucked up shit happen, but then everything else is pretty good and in balance, so it doesn't affect me as much.
I think I have more of like a I'm in between because I'm more so like, say whatever you want, just don't touch me. Don't touch me. Keep my name out of it. You know, like, don't say my name because if you get to talking, oh, you want to talk? Okay, well, let's tell everything.
Yeah.
You know, that's me.
But I always feel like, though, I'm black and I'm gay and I'm fighting in terms of representation for a whole group of people who don't get to sit where I sit. Like, I just left Gary Vee. I just got a call yesterday from the White House. I'm doing shit as a self-made entrepreneur that a lot of black or gay people don't believe they can do. And I'm like, nigga, we can do all this. And if Joe Biden say something, you can respond. And if Karen Civil try to get you, you can say something. Because, like, your truth is your truth. Now, I'm writing my next book, How I Stopped Giving a Fuck and Started
I
Winning.
was about to ask you, where does this fearlessness come from?
No. The first book was really like...
It was very juicy.
It was humanized. Like, I'm a human. Like, I'm not as sure I got feelings. But this next book is
So
Angela.
how did you get so fearless?
I already been shot. What you gonna do? You gonna kill me?
Wow.
You beat me up. That's content for months. So I welcome being slapped. Slap me
Are
in
there
public.
times that you regret things that you said, though?
I called Megan recently and apologized.
Okay.
Because she's a nice, you met her. She's nice as fuck.
And she's been through a lot. Like, I met Megan and her mom.
Yeah. Okay.
When I first met Meg, she was with her mom. And actually, it was on lip service. And her mom was chiming in. Her mom was cool.
Wait, her mom came here?
It was we actually recorded it at iHeart.
Okay.
You know, I can understand that perspective. You were so close to your mom. You always together all the time. Your mom was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And so we don't even, like how we talk about Kanye losing his mom.
Yeah.
You know, we have to give her some grace because I also feel like, you know, and I can't really speak for her, but I feel like that's a hard thing for her to even try to heal from. Because at that time, she was not even where she is now. And to be on that
it's
platform.
like your mom doesn't get to see it.
And go through so much. Yeah. And then you
can't put a
still working
timeline.
and trying to make things happen, but there's this loss. Her mom was like her manager.
Well, I had become so frustrated with the industry so frustrated with, black people out promoting black excellence and not coming and supporting a black platform that I personalized it. That was a lesson. Don't take it personal, right? The second lesson was don't use your platform to weaponize, whatever. And so like I had become so with Megan not coming on the show after I introduced her to Cardi and all that I felt some type of way. And I didn't even realize like how of an asshole I was being, you know what I mean? Because I really was moving through like, I don't give a fuck. Y'all gonna be mad, suck a dick, fuck all you fucking mama. Not her, but everybody else. And then when I looked at myself and how I was like talking about her, I just called her one day. I said, yo, bitch, I'm just calling to say I'm sorry. And she said, oh, no. She tried to downplay. I said, no, listen to it. I want you to receive that I'm literally wholeheartedly.
Because just like it hurts when people talk about you.
Yeah.
It does hurt, whether or not, like,
But it don't hurt me.
Jason.
It don't. No, I swear. On my dead brother, mother, everybody dead right now in the grave. It don't, because I really take it like, it's almost like Game of Thrones. Like when they talk about me or when they say shit, or like when Peter Rosenberg,
all press is good press.
When Peter Rosenberg, his little fat ass was on the Instagram talking all that shit. I'm like, you little motherfucker, I can't wait to drag you, bitch. Because my mouth is so reckless that at the end of the day, my level of give a fuck is beyond. My level of
you're the type of person I'll be like,
oh, Money Long. Let me tell you right now.
Let me tell you something.
Don't get too close because you will literally, it'll rub off. I literally, my level of giving a fuck is like beyond, because you literally are so pathetic and your life is so worthless that you found an Instagram page to talk about a person who's literally playing with his dogs at home, not even fucking thinking of you. And like, what straight man gets in a fight with a gay dude? Like, you already know at the end of the day, I might even say, yeah, Peter, I sucked your dick. That's why you're mad. Not that I did, but I could,
You think you could?
No, I could say that. No, I could never.
Did you ever get a reaction?
I could never, huh?
Did you ever get a reaction from
Peter?
somebody that you was just surprised, like, oh shit? they're tuned into me.
Like in a bad way or good?
No,
way?
just you was just shocked that you
I mean,
reached that person.
it's a trip when the White House reaches out. I'm like, nigga, I call my account. Like, what them taxes look like? What they, we
They
always
watching me. They
was
on
in a
me.
group chat like, nah, did you see that? Is that spam? Was that shit real? Like, what were we doing? But yeah, I mean, I get surprised when like people know, because I still don't even. This shit is just fun to me. Like, I don't think like there's a lot of people watching that I don't have a relationship with who are watching me on this show or Drink Champs who are like, yo, like, you know,
Can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah.
Because at Cardi's party, I was shocked, and I was talking to my team about it. I don't go outside. I stay in the house.
Yes, you
That's
do
how I
not.
stay out of trouble.
Aw, such a good girl.
It's not even that. I actually really am like wild and adventurous, and I like to do, I like skydiving, and I like, doing all like I like
crazy
the,
white people shit.
Thrill.
Well, I
Thrill
would.
seeker.
I want
But she
to
won't
do.
get tied up.
Yeah.
I didn't
She
say
gonna jump
I
out a
wouldn't.
plane, but you can't tie her up.
But she'll
I
jump out
didn't
a
say I
plane.
wouldn't do it. I just said I haven't because I don't really want to be out of control. But
You better YouTube some of them skydiving incidents. But go ahead.
I would love to just like explore the best and the maximum possibilities out of life. I don't want to be in the middle of BS and like low and low level energy stuff. So at the Cardi party was my first experience since the song blew up and since being very like front facing and having people recognize me. I was shocked at the amount of people that when they walked past me were like, or like,
because you don't go anywhere.
I caught her
don't.
as soon as she walked in the party. I don't even think you heard me at first.
I did. I heard.
you?
I said, hey, Jason.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they kicked us out.
But isn't that a
They
good
kicked us out
feeling?
of the VIP.
No, they didn't.
They did.
What?
You could have came over to it. Did you see
They
Wendy
kicked
there?
us, but
You are fucking lying.
No, they kicked us out.
No, well, the
Security,
thing
they was like, y'all got to get out right
But
now.
see, this is why she needs to be friends with me, because they try to
Jason
kick
would've
us.
fucking with
they try to
him.
kick us out. So they come over, they start rearranging the table. I said, "Excuse me, are you moving all this because y'all bringing more bottles? Because what are you moving? Oh well, this is for Jeremy Scott." I go, "You put Jeremy right there. I'm sitting right here." And like because it was a small space, they were trying to accommodate everybody. But nah, you should have came over there with us.
You know what though? Because I don't go out and because I'm not pressed. Whenever people start acting like that and getting like that, because when I trip, I act a fucking ass. So I
don't even want to do
Right,
that.
I'll be like, you know what? Let me just go out.
Unlocked, slap the bus boy.
Let me
up.
change from Priscilla to Money
like,
Long.
Rashad, my manager, really be like trying to keep
Is
me
that the
from
one who was
going
at the
off.
Grammys with you?
Yeah, he
Okay.
right there with you.
You know what? How is it, right? Obviously you were a millionaire when you were very young, before 20, writing all these hit songs for people, but people might not have recognized you
Right.
when you went places. And now they do.
It's different.
So, yeah, it's different. So how was it for you, like knowing like I got all this money, but people still acting funny?
I actually liked it because I don't like for people to clock my pockets. I don't like for people that know I got nothing because don't ask me for nothing. I want to give it to you. I don't want you to be like, oh, my AC broke. I'll be like, damn, that's
My
tough.
AC
You hot?
broke.
You know what I'm saying? I like to be able to like, let me give you this money. Let me take you on this trip. Let me show you some things. Because that's one of my love languages, like how I show my affection. I don't like to feel used,
Right.
And I never told the people that were closest to me when I was younger that I had money. I was always paying for stuff, always the one, because none of my friends at the time had any money. So if I wanted to go on vacation, I had to pay for everything.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah. So
But that's a good thing, though. To be able to have success and be able to take friends on trips and do things for them. And
But what's
as long as
really
they
nice?
appreciate it.
What's
Right.
really nice? When you have friends that's like could do the same thing. When you're like, I got this check, I got this check, I got this check. Because after a while, you get tired of paying for everything.
you do.
It's good here and there, but I do like, because for me, coming out of foster care, abuse and all that, and coming from where I come from, to be able to the escapism to go into somebody else like a Queen Latifah's life and like see her 750i back in the 90s, which was a Bentley or whatever. Then be able to like look at these people. I know what those images and experiences did for me in unlocking my passion and drive and opportunity to think about what I could actually become. So I do like taking people on trips or taking them to places where they experience stuff and then go back and find their own passion. Now, if you just go out and you like just me running my credit card, we probably not gonna hang out.
Yeah, I mean, I used to do stupid stuff like go to the club, get a section, get all these bottles and now just me in a section.
By yourself?
Yeah, and girls would try to come say, I'm just rest my feet. No, you're not. Get up. You know,
Wait, but you was by yourself in the
by
section?
myself.
That's
Wait, you and your
evil.
husband or by
No,
yourself?
just me. Before I met him.
What are you doing in the section with the bottle by yourself?
$5,000 on a section, just
Shit.
sit there by myself in the club. I used to do that in
Just
LA.
to be in the club?
I ain't gonna lie.
Because I want to sit at a table. I
There's
do not
one
want
thing
to
I
be
would
in the
not
crowd.
spend money on. I hate buying bottles, because
really?
especially because you could let people know you coming and they'll give them to you.
Yeah,
I mean, but like
be-
at the time, I had money and nobody knew who I was.
That's when you need representation, and somebody be like, "We have Priscilla Renee coming, and she's done this, she's done that."
But see, also the reason why I got rich
and people
so quickly.
did know you from YouTube.
Yeah, but black people. Okay, so in LA, I was known for being a pop writer, so that's how I got rich so fast. I was writing pop hits. Nobody in that world understood I want to go to, what was the club that was outside, like Level 3 or something
I
in
don't
LA.
know.
Like
outside.
it was an outside club.
Well, there's
They used to do
jar-
all the day parties.
Oh, Penthouse? You mean Toxic?
Nah, it was a while ago.
Okay.
But you know, the
Or
same
Jardin.
club, they done changed names a bunch of times.
I can't even think.
But they don't know them people. It's like two different worlds.
Yeah.
So like the people who knew who I was, they, you know what I mean?
I finesse some shit.
No, I just used to drop 5 bins.
But now, if you're going to drop
Damn.
money and you really want to make, because look, as an investment, dropping money at the club, name everyone at Dubai, because they want to know who is that. So I went to Dubai the last trip.
Stacey gonna make everybody go to Dubai.
I wanna go.
No,
by the
listen
way.
to me. I swear. No, listen
He
to
gonna
me.
make us all go to
No,
Dubai.
listen to me. If you don't hear anything I say today, figure out Dubai. I went there my last trip by myself. So after Florida, I went back. I mean, my relationships went back by myself. I spent $100,000 in the club in 5 days or whatever.
I don't think I want to go there.
no.
This does not sound appealing.
I
You're
left
not
with $2
selling it.
million though, because the money attracts money. Like the money
true.
attracts money. I met this guy. I swear to God, if he was sitting here right now, you would think he was. Well, if he's watching, he doesn't look as rich or whatever. He's called a crypto whale. Crypto's big out there, which means if you're a crypto
Yeah.
whale, you're a billionaire. So he's talking to me and he's dressed real regular flip-flop shoes. He's like, yeah, I moved here from this country, blah, blah, blah. He has his hat on, whatever. He goes, I got me an apartment here and a boat and I like to fish all day. I go, okay, yeah, where do you live? He goes, oh, I live in that's my apartment building right there. He bought the entire building and his boat was a huge yacht down, like, that's my boat right there. It's a huge yacht. So he's worth like over $3 billion. And so he asked me my story and I'm telling him literally the story, like, you have a story, you have a story, we have a story. And afterwards he goes, I love that so much. I would love to support it. I'll give you $100 million if you have the plan. Where they do that at? Not in LA, not in New York, not in Miami. Miami, they want to go to Prime and Carbone. New York, they want to go One Oak. LA, they want to be outside. $100 million to figure out a plan. So we're figuring out the plan, but just the opportunity there is crazy.
Sound like I need to go to Dubai
Let's
to
go
get
to
my
Dubai.
$100
So
million.
if you're going to drop a bag at the
$100
club.
I'll go with
million.
you. I'll be like, we got Money Long coming in. She need a section.
It's on the way. I got a plan. I got a
Once she
few
goes
of
there
them.
and perform, then, they have a club called White. Once you perform at White, they're going to be like, keep coming back. And the money is like 3 times the rate. And
Jason, you got the connection. Set it up.
Yeah.
let me make some calls.
Okay, because she got a #1 song. It's platinum.
I know.
Okay,
she
Number
was,
one urban,
We're saying
number
with
one
a
rhythm.
platinum artist right here. Let's
We just
not
went
play
to
no
Pop
fucking
Radio
games.
yesterday.
She
y'all.
was so good at the Black Music Collective. Me and Tiffany were sitting there, and when you were performing,
I saw Tiffany was like,
it was that second
That's
song.
definitely her type of shit.
Yeah, that second song. It was like, yo,
And you know
that-
my song is another. I want to ask this because I do love that song.
Thank
and I
you.
love how it started and everything. So have you ever left somebody for another person?
No.
Another person. Not you. I know you haven't because I know that's not.
No.
But I'm asking Jason.
No, I'm like a car. I'm gonna run all the gas out, and then when the gas is all the way out, then I'm out. Like I can't like.
You never had nobody sweep you off your feet while you were with someone and been
Well, I was
like,
300 pounds. You couldn't sweep me off my feet at the time.
oh shit.
But no, you still can't sweep me off my. There's somebody right now that's sweeping me off my feet a little bit. So I'm like really, but I'm also in a place where I don't trust. I'm not like out with everybody anymore. No, I've never been in a situation and then seen somebody else and go, oh my God, I need that. Like, nah, that's kind
but
of
you
weird.
never left nobody for someone else?
I was hoping you didn't ask me that. Yeah.
Oh,
My baby
toxic.
You with your baby mom now? So that's
Yeah.
you left somebody to get with her.
Yeah.
Is it because you felt like this is the one? Like you felt it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I felt like this was probably the last great person.
Wow.
And
How-
I'm like,
how do you
I
get
didn't want
to a
to. I didn't
point-
want to miss out on that opportunity. And at the time, it was weird because I just lost my dad, and I got into like a car accident or some shit. So I felt like God was giving me warning, like, you might not be here, nigga. You better go
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
And do what you want.
Yeah.
So you was tapped out on the other relationship.
Yeah.
Why?
Got you.
Great person. She was a hustler. Just I felt like at this particular time in our lives, we both wasn't ready for each other. Like, I was ready to obviously go to that next stage and create a union or a family, and she was more focused on, well, I feel like she wasn't focused enough, like, as far as like in her business and all that.
Ambition is like, if you don't have
big,
enough
man.
ambition, that is like
That's a deal breaker, because you
that's
feel
a deal
like
breaker for me.
you feel like that person.
you don't even got to be there, but I got to see that you
gotta
want
have-
to.
yes.
potential.
You have to
I
have the
gotta see you
aspiration
like
to
going
want
for it and
Exactly.
having ideas and
Yeah.
being excited.
Yeah.
You know, I need to see that.
So I didn't feel like that person's
And Buddha,
drive.
let everybody know what you do, just so they know, because Buddha is here in the studio. You know, you got your own space in here, but I just want people to know who
Thank
you
you.
are.
I'm a music producer. Been doing music professionally for over 10 years. We also have a workshop, an educational workshop for producers
Sessions.
called Steel Sessions, which will be a functioning label next couple months with a major. So
Okay, and tell them who you work with. So we 30.
work with Rick Ross, Nipsey, Neo, Young and May, Jada. List goes on. Over about 50 major artists.
Okay, I just want to make sure we know who Buddha
Hopefully
is.
in the
'cause
future, Money Long.
Of course.
Definitely.
we like to make these type of connections. You know,
Or-
you could go to Dubai and really
Yes.
come up.
Yes.
What?
I feel like we just need to have like a Dubai trip. We
real.
need to have it organized.
So I'm creating something out there right now.
I knew
it. That's gonna be semi-annual. It's called the Hollywood Unlocked Power 100 dinner party series. So we're gonna do it semi-annually. The first one's gonna be in October, and so we're
think I'm free.
talking to two amazing people. Yeah, like
timing
it's
for me.
It's $100,000 a table.
Well, if you need
It's
to educate
serious.
musicians
Yeah,
out there.
no,
that's-
listen, it's real. It's different out there. I tell everybody go.
And we don't got to get shitted on or nothing.
No,
Okay,
you
just
know
make
what? I
sure.
really don't understand this.
That's crazy.
I heard that
Nah.
girls get paid. They bring you out there. They give you
Yeah, they shit on you.
Yeah, you
50,000,
do.
70,000, piss on you, doodle on you.
Yes, I've heard
You know
that.
what's so crazy? Like, I don't know what kind of bedding people have, but like, I take pride in having really good bedding. You know what I mean? Like, I have really nice, comfortable, like plush ass, all white bedding. Could you imagine somebody coming like shit on me? And then
If you
shit
got
is all over.
50,000
That
to
smell.
give
Yeah, you
somebody
can get the
that, you
sheets,
could buy
sir.
another
No,
set of sheets.
I just don't think
shit on these
like
satin sheets.
shitting on
I can
somebody
change
is
them.
really fucking low. Like, there's nothing.
I mean, they do
lower
it for entertainment. Like, yeah, look
There's
at this
no
bitch.
entertainment.
Jason, you've definitely peed on someone.
No, I actually
You're not
tried
into
it.
water
No,
sports?
I actually tried to do it one time because the
knew it.
person wanted me to. You know, it was the time I said I'm gonna fuck with this white boy, blah, whatever. It's, you know, and he wanted me to do some wild weird shit, but my bladder. And I had to pee too, which was crazy because I had to pee.
It wouldn't
but my
let you
bladder
do
was
it.
like, nigga, I draw the line. Like, we're not doing. I've been with you through so much shit. We're not gonna do this. I couldn't even pee. Yo, it was the desire to be peed on, meeting with the can't pee on you moment that was like quiet and like weird as fuck. Because this person wanted to be peed on, and I was trying, but I couldn't. And that's when I realized. Not interested in white boys and the weird shit. And I feel like if you come in my room and you pee or shit all over my sheets, like you just disrespect
I mean, that's
the whole
next
thing of my
level.
house.
Yeah, no, that's
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 another
crazy.
like.
And if they shit on you, do they want to like? Because you know how like, when kids shit, they then want to smear it. Like, what is that? What
No,
Kids,
I
he's
don't
not
know.
a
I feel
kid.
like if there's anyone out here who is bold enough to discuss this activity, maybe you give them like the blur face. Come on, lip service and tell
They
Angela
will.
Yee,
Somebody
please.
asked me to pee on them once. I didn't even. I
Who
was like,
was it?
It was like a coworker at one of my old jobs.
I was gonna say, Charlamagne. No, you did not.
No. It was one of my old jobs. I didn't even like. We didn't work. You know, he just worked there, and he was like, "Hey, I didn't know him that well." He was like, "Let's go to lunch one day," and I was like, "All right, you know, he's a coworker." And then he asked me if I've ever peed on anyone, and I was like, "No." I was like, "Where's this going?" He was like, "You know, would you consider like?" And we didn't even have no relationship at all.
But he just wanted
That's
to pee on
awkward.
He wanted me to pee on him.
you. Oh,
You ain't go to human resource.
I didn't do it. No, I didn't go to human. I mean, I wasn't really offended, to be honest.
All right.
I do have a question for you. Mm-hmm. When Gia Casey said that she hadn't had the orgasms in all that time, Envy, I think I texted Envy, but I don't know if it was green or wasn't going through.
He put you on.
What was your thought on that? Because like I feel like with Jada, like because Jada is emasculated Will Smith beyond like I don't even know what's next, right? Is that emasculation when you say something like that, or
you know, she was on here and she said that was part of the reason why she felt like he cheated, because she said that to him.
Privately. Before.
Yeah, privately.
Okay.
But I also feel like what his explanation is that they were really young when that happened. And a lot of women, like, do you remember your first orgasm?
I was very young.
Oh, you were?
I was by myself.
Oh, okay, so that, but with a man. Like, do you remember the first time you had an orgasm?
And why do women have such a hard time getting an orgasm from a man? Do men just not know
different.
what to do?
It's just different.
I think you have to be able to be vocal and tell them, unless you're working with
Tell
somebody
them how to do it?
Yeah, because everybody's body is different. It's like, you know, it's like you have to lead them to the places.
I used to only be able to orgasm from oral sex, but I was fine with that. Like, if I come, I'm fine.
And would you tell the man that, though?
I never faked it. Like, I never would be like, like I came.
Do women tell men, like, this is how I orgasm? Or do
Well,
they,
when
or
you
do you
get-
let- or do you
that's
hope they
hard.
or do
when
you
you
hope
get
they
more
find it?
comfortable,
Yeah, no,
because
that's really hard to do, though. It's really hard.
and she was his first, so that means she never orgasmed before
Gia
that.
was?
Yeah.
Oh.
So she was his first anyway, and so I feel like when you first start having sex, you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
And you feel like the guy's supposed to know, because that's the way that society makes it. Like,
And,
women,
yeah.
you're
So
not
she
supposed to
wasn't
have a
saying
voice.
it in a way like Jada, what she's
No,
doing
no,
well.
no.
Okay. So
But I feel like if you've never had an orgasm, like from that, you don't realize that you've never had it until you
So-
do. And then the day you do, you're like, oh shit.
So at that point, are you just doing it to please your man? And
Well, you can still enjoy sex without having an orgasm. Like, your pussy still gets wet. Like, you're still like, this is amazing. I love him, whatever. And he can still eat you out and you can come from that.
because I feel
I think
like
that's always the best feeling, by the way, when a guy like goes down on you, you come and then he puts it in. It's
because I
amazing.
feel like Envy's response after he came back on your show and explained it was like, it was that typical nigga response one, you know, like, it ain't my dick that was the reason why she didn't
clean it
orgasm.
up.
Because he was like, you know, it wasn't the size, because you know, I was low key kind of laughing, but also wanted to call him and like offer support. But like, I feel like I love their relationship. I love them in general, and I love how open they are. And it's almost like it's uncomfortable sometimes to hear real shit like that. But also,
But I think a lot of women, there's women who've never had an orgasm. It's so much, I feel like sex is over when a man comes. That's normally what it is, right? Like, when a woman has an orgasm, if
he
a guy
can't keep
didn't
going.
come, you know, you gotta finish, like, until he does. But if a guy comes, a lot of times, like, you know, I mean, sometimes
it a
Unless
woman-
they really care about you.
Yeah, I was
But then
about to
also,
say.
too, there's so many other alternatives. We have toys. We have, you know what I mean?
but is it a woman's responsibility to tell a man how she orgasms? Like, this is what makes
Not
me.
if she doesn't know. And I think they were
Right.
so young because they got together as teenagers. She didn't know yet. And sometimes you don't know. Like, I didn't know about having an orgasm from sex until it happened. You know what I'm saying? So
Also,
you think
too,
it's
there's
you.
a little bit of a stigma. It's like, you know, you get with a guy and you so vocal about, unless you've been with them for a certain amount, I feel like there's a time limit before you can start saying stuff like that, or else they'll be
Hell
like,
no,
she
the
a
minute
hoe.
he going in, you need to be able to say whatever the fuck you want.
But that's early
it's
on,
the
it's
men- It's
harder.
the men's perception of like, why are you so educated? Why do you know so
Right.
much? It's like an
She must get
insidious
around.
thing where it's like, oh, she a hoe. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I know it's easier for me to come if I'm on top. Sometimes it's the position. It's like different things. You know what I'm saying? Certain ways, like, I'm not going to come this way. And I need foreplay first before. You know what I'm saying?
This is why I feel like the conversation about premarital or casual sex this is where it gets in the gray area, because it's like premarital and casual sex for the most part is not designed for women to
No,
have a good
facts.
time. So if you're meeting a guy out the club, he's just trying to get some. He's not trying to pleasure you unless that's his personality.
Now, I will say the first time I had an orgasm was a guy I didn't really care about.
But was it a random hookup?
It wasn't a random hookup, but
you
like,
knew him though.
I knew him. Yeah, we were talking, but like, and actually, I came the first time we had sex, and he was just good. Like, he knew what to do.
So why didn't you stay with him?
Cause I was young. I was in college, and he smelled like outside a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was on the block.
Wait, so let me ask you. So now that, well, you're married, so you don't count. And you're married?
You don't count.
You're not really
Wait,
married.
wow.
You don't count for the
Because the
census.
question I'm going to ask, so you're single.
No, I have a boyfriend.
Well,
Why?
ask it anyway.
Well, like, at what level of success did you realize the regular hookup is not optional?
I don't know. You know what? I always wish that I had the opportunity to like online date, and I feel like it's fun. It would be fun. I've never done it because I've, you know, been in relationships and everything. So I've never done it, but I feel like dating is fun.
Wait, so you're in a relationship? Why I don't know you're in a relationship? I mean, I've never seen, you don't post them or something?
Nah, I never post
What
them.
is that about? Why let Hollywood
Gee,
unlock?
you're probably very
lip service
peaceful.
unlocked. Why can't we get in your business?
Because it's amazing that it works the way that it does, probably because I don't. Also, I feel like sometimes like bullshit be going on. I don't want nobody to be like going to him and like trying to, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that
Doesn't
messes
help
it
the
up.
brand.
Yeah.
Especially if y'all both working in two different
And
industries.
like we go out, we do things, people see us, everybody, but it's not like I gotta post you.
How do you feel about other blogs covering your life?
They don't. We have a good relationship. We talk. We all talk. Well, we have a
said
thing.
we all talk.
We have a thing. This is what I love about people who want fame and they want to be talked about on all the blogs. I don't want to be talked about.
Me neither.
When I want Angie,
that, like you never. In
no,
the
when I want
blogs.
Angie to post something, I want Robin to post something, or I want E or whatever. I send the blast. I send it to him. Here, can you please post this? But like, if one of them posted, like this girl, she posted, "Why is Jason Lee at the Grammys?" I literally, this writer from The Cut, I had my investigator find her house, her name. I put all her.
Jason, you are crazy.
Oh, no, because I need to know who I'm dealing with. Let me find out what's going on in your life. See, that's why, like, if you want to write about me, that's cool. And if you want to write bad about me, that's cool too. But I'm
Just
going
know
to.
it comes with something.
It's gonna come with something, and the price is gonna be like.
I just feel like no
Your
matter
mama-
what.
your mama-
He
your-
said Game of Thrones. He ain't playing.
Your daddy better not be
If it
out
was
here.
treated like that, media would be a whole lot different.
Yeah, but see, this is
'Cause
the
there's
thing.
accountability to that.
Everybody don't like to put their face out there.
What's your sign?
Leo.
Okay.
Big Leo.
But when you write about
Big
people who
Leo.
you don't know, then do they do that to you?
I don't write about the other people who own platforms. Like I
Okay.
don't write about Angie or I don't write about Robin or these, or Jasmine. I don't write about them because that's just the thing. Like they don't want me digging in their shit because we all got some shit.
I
People
like
right.
I like what he said about hiring somebody to go look at your life. Don't play with me.
Baby,
Money
Money
Long,
like,
you ain't-
that type of stuff
She's
I like
so
to do.
funny. All right, anyway, this is Lip Service. Thank y'all so much for
Sorry,
coming
it's
through.
the
Money
alcohol. That's why I
Long, we
don't
popped
drink
a
here.
cherry on here. We appreciate you
I'm
so much.
happy that I got to do this. I feel like somebody.
Yeah. And look, your husband's in the other room, so we didn't want to ask too many questions.
You
but,
could have. He would have let me. He would have talked about me later, but he would have.
All right, well, you
Let
got to
me
get
rock.
tied up at some point. Or
Don't
he
give him
does.
no ideas.
Okay, so if you had a choice of who's going to get tied up, you or him, who's it going to be?
He not letting me tie him up. It's not gonna happen.
You never know.
He won't. Trust me, it's not gonna happen.
All right, so you.
Me. It'll be me for sure.
Jason Lee, we need you to step out of your comfort zone and do a little more,
No.
okay? Buddha, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
This fucking guy, man. I just want to say the thoughts and things expressed by Jason Lee have nothing to do with Money Long
No.
or Buddha. It's
No.
all Jason.
Or Angela Yee. But if you want receipts, call me.
myself.
HollywoodUnlocked.com.
Okay, it's
Yo.
lip service, y'all.